You're watching Central Illinois' best source for news and weather. WAND News Today starts now.
More powerful storms moved through central Illinois. Look into some of the damage it caused in some cities. Plus, Memorial Day festivities in full swing. We'll give you a rundown of events happening near you today. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Lovelace.
And I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson. The time now is 6:01, just a few seconds away from 6:02, and thankfully waking up to a much quieter start to our day. I know last week we had a couple mornings where it was a bit stormy, and we're not out of the woods yet.
This has kind of been the cycle, these overnight storms, then we get kind of a calm daytime.
Which
and
makes
here we go
for
again.
some long nights for people like JC and some
Sure.
early mornings for people like me. So we have more showers and storms on the way, unfortunately. So it's something we're definitely keeping an eye on for today. So this morning is a little deceiving if anyone is up and at it this morning. I know a lot of people probably have off work or school if kids are still in session for school, but temperatures right now sitting in the middle 60s, so nice and comfortable to start off our day across the area. We are sitting anywhere from 67 in places like Springfield, 62 in Champaign. Taylorville, it's checking in at 66, Mattoon at 64. And if you're trying to figure out what to grab as you step out the door, clothing-wise, you can probably get away with those short-sleeve shirts, maybe some shorts as well. Sunglasses, not a bad idea for today, but we are tracking some showers and storms, especially for this afternoon, a few which could be on the strong side. I will talk more on what we can expect throughout this afternoon and when those storms will arrive coming up.
Thank you, Jessica. Residents throughout central Illinois are still assessing the damage today after severe storms traveled through the area over the weekend. Saturday's storms impacted dozens throughout central Illinois. In Decatur, trees were uprooted, some split in half, and branches and leaves covered parts of the roads. One couple says it's going to cost them more than $5,000 to remove a tree that fell.
All of a sudden we heard some big slamming on the house, and then all of a sudden we heard this big tree drop, and it just boom. First thing we worried about is our 95-year-old mother who lives up there, and it hit right over her bedroom.
Now, many homeowners lost power for some time, but now all power is restored. And to stay up to date with the latest weather conditions, download the WAND weather app. It has up-to-date radar. You can sign up for watches and warnings. It's available for Apple and Android devices. And the search for a gunman is underway in Decatur after a woman was found shot. That happened Sunday evening. Decatur police say they responded to the corner of East Lincoln and South Webster Streets just before 5 o'clock. When they got there, they found the woman shot. She is expected to be okay. In Springfield, police are investigating a shooting death. Authorities were called to the 1100 block of North 14th Street Sunday. When they got there, they found a man in a car shot to death. No one has been arrested. The victim's identity has not been released. If you have any information, contact police. And soon, some local officers will get a technology upgrade to protect people against police mistreatment. The Charleston City Council announced it would spend $77,000 to buy 32 officer-worn cameras and 9 higher-definition in-car cameras. Officials say that money will be reimbursed through a state grant from the Training and Standards Board. Well, profanity and racist images were found spray-painted on Decatur homes throughout the weekend. Here's a look at some of the vandalism. Spray-painted swastikas, profanity, and other obscenities were found on vacant houses in Decatur. Neighbors say they've even seen these images on stop signs throughout their neighborhood, and they're not happy about it.
It's really a shame that they have to do something like that because the kids have to walk from school to see it, let alone the people that stay there has to wake up every morning and see something like that.
Decatur police say no one has filled out a damage report. The state of Illinois is looking to bring in more visitors. Illinois' Department of Commerce granted the state almost $2 million to increase tourism. Those rewards come after the Office of Tourism said Illinois tourists brought in almost $3 billion in tax revenue for the state last year. Well, Memorial Day weekend means spending time honoring our veterans, but it's also the unofficial kickoff to summer. Boats spent part of the weekend going around in circles in Springfield in honor of the blessing of the boats. WAND's Kenny Ramirez takes us through the tradition and what this day means to many.
Last year, of course, had a couple of tragedies on Lake Springfield.
And this year, the Springfield, Illinois Elk Lodge is making sure safety is its priority.
We've got inspectors out here today from the U.S. Powerboat Squadron. They're inspecting boats to make sure they're safe and ready to go.
It's their 4th year kicking off the Memorial Day weekend with blessing of boats. So they made sure others were on board as well. such as the City of Springfield, Springfield Police, Springfield Fire, and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, just to name a few.
We just want to bring awareness for boating safety.
Bobby Orr says each year he sees one common factor that leads to these tragedies.
I think alcohol related.
And though some are tired of hearing the same rules, they're necessary.
Wearing life jackets, having a designated sober driver, very important. Having your boat in perfect working condition. Those things, before you leave the dock, having your boat in perfect working order.
Powerboat patrols were also there to monitor no wake zone during the event.
Let's have a safe 2019 boating season.
In Springfield, Kenny Ramirez, WAND News.
The Springfield Elks Lodge has been around for more than 100 years and is happy to continue celebrating their involvement. Well, happening today throughout central Illinois, Memorial Day ceremonies in Macon. You can honor veterans starting at 10 at the South Macon Township Cemetery. Post 72 will be holding that event. In Decatur, a cookout planned for veterans at the Veterans for Foreign Wars Post 99. That starts at 1. That celebration will honor fallen heroes. There will be food, drinks, a raffle, and games for the family. Well, it was a test of skills, balance, and building abilities. We'll see how this makeshift boat competition turned out for some in Florida. Then later, reproductive rights battles at the state capitol. Find out what lawmakers are saying and changes they would like to see.